Hey guys, Adrienne Green here, and today I am going to have the latest in my Moving Monday series. We're going to talk about the top 5 reasons to move to Chattanooga. As you may know, I moved to Chattanooga last year because I wanted to be here, something we see people do a lot, and I wanted to tell you the reasons that really motivated me and a lot of the people I know who've done similarly. Now, this is the latest in my Moving Monday series. I try and post a new video nearly every Monday about moving to Chattanooga for those who are interested. So please make sure to thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more in the Moving Monday series. Now, diving right into it, let's talk about these 5 reasons. So to give you a quick list, the reasons are outdoor recreation, the small city size, people and culture here, cost of living, and then the wealth building opportunities. Of course, you know, as somebody who focuses on building wealth through real estate, I had to get into those last 2, but I wanted to share some fun stuff as well. So moving through that list, the outdoor recreation. Chattanooga has won Best Town Ever award from Outdoor Magazine twice. I believe it is the only town to do so, and I think that that accolade really shows you how awesome the outdoor recreation is here. What do we get into there? Well, first off, we have pretty mild weather year-round, so you can enjoy the outdoors year-round. We have both mountains and rivers, so we have the rock climbing and hiking and activities like that in the mountains, you know, leaves changing color to enjoy in the fall. And then we have the Tennessee River, and there's a dam, so there's also a lake, and so we have boating and all kinds of boating, stand-up paddleboarding, kayaking, motorboating, tubing. There's also areas nearby where people do some whitewater rafting. There's a lot of water sports that you can do here as well, a good portion of the year. And then nearly everybody here hikes. It's a very common thing. And so people just really like to get outdoors here. And I think another accolade that can indicate to you how awesome the outdoor recreation is here is that one of the Ironman triathlons is held here. They are not held in a ton of locations, and they stay in the same location year after year. And Chattanooga is one of those locations where the Ironman is held. There are several other races and triathlons that are also held in Chattanooga, and I think that speaks to the mild weather and the beauty here that is possible for people to come here as a destination for those and enjoy. All right, so number 2 is the small city size. So Chattanooga is big enough that there's plenty to do, but small enough that it's easy to do it. You can get anywhere in the city from one end to the other in 30 minutes or less, and that means you can get easily to the aquarium that's one of the best in the nation. You can get to the art museum. You can get to downtown with all of its restaurants and shops and everything like that. The Riverwalk, which is a miles long path along the river that you can walk and bicycle along. Then there's also a university here, the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. So there's all the events related to having a university, sporting events, cultural events, etc. from that. And then if you wanted something larger, we're only 2 hours to go to Atlanta or to Nashville. So a lot of people will go down to Atlanta for a major sporting event or up to Nashville for a weekend. Then the third reason is people and culture. People here are very nice. I'd say that it has very much the Southern culture with you can strike up a conversation about anything, anywhere. You see someone's, I just actually had a friend here who did this. They saw someone's bumper sticker on their car at the gas station of our sports team, and they just started talking to them about the last game. People do that here, okay? And I would also say with the people and culture here, it's very family friendly. I know one thing that surprised me is there's a lot of free community concerts and events here, and they're actually like, people take their kids there. I've lived in places where an event like that would not be someplace that you would take a kid. But here in the summer, every Friday night, there was a festival with a band performing, and people were taking like their preschool children to this. Like, it's very family friendly, and I think other places that I've lived, you would not see that happen. So I do like the people and the culture here. All right, the 4th reason, cost of living. I know I've said some of these stats before, but if you're a numbers person, bestplaces.net says Chattanooga's overall cost of living is an 83.8, and this is on a scale that can go up to several hundred. So that's below average. Chattanooga's median house purchase price was $325,000 in 2020, and Tennessee has no state income tax. That's a huge draw as well for cost of living. Now, we do have a sales tax that may be higher than others because there's no state income tax. And the sales tax in Chattanooga is 9.25% between the state and the local taxes. That is our one tax that I would say could be higher than other places in my experience. We have no state income tax. Our property taxes are pretty low. So every other tax is pretty low. And then the other thing I would say about cost of living is that overall, things are a lot less expensive here than where a lot of people are moving from. So like gas, if you looked up our average gas price for Chattanooga compared to where you're living, odds are it's cheaper, especially if you're watching this video in California or Washington State. We have lower gas here. Going out to eat is less expensive than I have seen in other places that I have lived, Northern Virginia, California, etc. So, and then the other thing I was going to say is energy. You know, we do have TVA here. We do have nuclear power plants, water, hydroelectric. And so our energy, electricity costs here are relatively low compared to many other places in the nation. So I found when I did a very thorough analysis upon considering moving here, the cost of living here is notably less than where I lived in Northern Virginia outside of DC. And then the fifth and final reason I think Chattanooga is so awesome is the wealth building opportunities here. Now, of course, I would primarily think of the real estate investing here, and a couple wealth building opportunities I'd highlight with real estate investing is that we have single family homes that are great investments, and we also have a respectable amount of multifamily homes. In some other parts of the country, there are no multifamilies. I know that was the situation in Northern Virginia outside of DC. There were no multifamilies. That didn't exist in that market. We do have that here in this market. The other thing with real estate investing here is that rents are relatively high to market values. So I don't recommend coming here to rent. I think it's a much better place to buy, and I think it's very affordable to buy here. But if you're buying a place that you're going to have as a rental for those people who are renting, it can be quite lucrative to you and help build your wealth, your generational wealth, transformational wealth for you and your household. The other thing I will note with the wealth building opportunities is there are a lot of small businesses and entrepreneurial endeavors here. So there are other opportunities besides just real estate investing. And I think the wealth building opportunities go hand in hand with the cost of living. When you have a lower mortgage payment because your house is more affordable, that allows you to save and invest more money and have that wealth building that really happens. So those are my top 5 reasons that I have where people should move to Chattanooga. And of course, I am a real estate agent here, happy to help you. Please reach out in the comments below if you're interested in moving to Chattanooga. And if you're living elsewhere and want to house hunt while you're still living where you are, that is one of our specialties in helping people do that. So reach out to learn more details. Adrienne Green here. Have a wonderful day.